I waited 5 years for this motorcycle. I rode it 35,000 kilometers across India and then I sold it. 1 month later, KTM collapsed and something special happened that I never expected. Bajaj stepped in. Let me take you back. 2012, I bought my first KTM, the KTM Duke 200, and I was completely in love with that motorcycle. Then I sold it and I waited 5 years. Savings, planning, waiting, because I had one motorcycle in my head, the KTM 390 Adventure. November 2020, I finally got the keys. And my first proper ride, it was heavy monsoon, rain everywhere, roads flooded, and I didn't care because I had waited 5 years for that particular feeling. That motorcycle took me across India about 35,000 kilometers. Ooty, Hampi, Kanyakumari, Madikeri, Udupi, everything in between. And somewhere along those roads, that motorcycle became much more than metal and wheels. It became a part of who I was, which is why selling it wasn't easy. I was moving to Germany, so in October 2024, I sold my KTM 390 Adventure. I told myself I'll get another one in Germany as soon as I get a job. I'll ride again. It's temporary. But honestly, while selling my Foxy, I felt like I was leaving a part of my life behind. I had no idea what was about to happen. 1 month after I sold my Foxy, I started seeing the headlines. KTM was in serious financial trouble, billions in debt, hundreds of thousands of motorcycles in inventory, production under pressure, and then KTM entered restructuring. The company I had waited 5 years to buy a motorcycle from, the motorcycle I just sold, was fighting for its own survival. And I remember thinking, maybe I will never ride KTM again. But how does a motorcycle like KTM get into such situation? KTM started in Austria in 1934. Over the decades, it transformed itself into one of the world's best known performance motorcycle brands. Dakar, MotoGP, Duke, Adventure, Off-Road. KTM built its identity around one idea, ready to race. And they really did. And then KTM came to India through its partnership with Bajaj. Suddenly, performance motorcycles that once felt completely out of reach became accessible to the whole new generation of Indian riders. The Duke, the RC, the 390 Adventure. I was one of those riders. KTM wasn't just a brand I knew, it was the brand that brought me back to riding. But here's where the story gets interesting. Because while KTM was fighting for its survival, India was already part of the story. The same Indian company that had partnered with KTM was now playing a major role in helping stabilize the business. In 2025, Bajaj provided significant financial support as part of restructuring. Funding was arranged to help restart operations and address the company's financial obligations. 800 million was invested. The goal here was get the production moving again, pay the creditors, and give KTM a path forward. Think about this for a second. The same company that put me on a KTM in India was now the reason that brand still exists. That's not just a business story, it's personal. But here's the question. What does it mean to KTM riders? Will KTM survive? What happens to production? What happens to spare parts? And what happens to existing owners? The answer isn't that every problem suddenly disappeared. KTM still has a lot of work to do, gain back the trust that a brand had once upon a time. But the important thing is KTM did not disappear. Production has a path forward and the brand is still here, standing strong. And for me, it isn't the story about just a corporate restructuring. It's personal. 670 days. That's roughly how long I have been away from riding. I sold my Foxy, I moved to Germany, I'm trying to rebuild my life here. I'm still looking for the right job, I'm still building this channel, and I'm still waiting to get back on two wheels. For a long time, I wasn't even sure what motorcycle would be waiting for me when that day comes. And this story made me think about something bigger. Royal Enfield, a British motorcycle brand that found a new life in India. Norton, another historic British motorcycle name, now connected to an Indian motorcycle giant, TVS, and KTM, an Austrian motorcycle brand with a deep connection to India. India isn't just a market anymore. Indian motorcycle companies are becoming a major players in the global motorcycle industry. And sometimes they aren't just buying a motorcycle, they are keeping the historic brands alive. When I sold my Foxy, I thought I was closing one chapter. I didn't know I was also watching a brand fight for its survival. But it didn't disappear, and maybe one day I'll be back on one. I don't know what motorcycle I'll be riding. I don't know when I'll finally get back on two wheels, but for the first time since I sold my Foxy, I still know it is out there. If you have ever owned or ridden a KTM, tell me your favorite KTM memories in a comment section. I would definitely love to read it. And if you want to follow our journey of a motorcyclist trying to get back on two wheels in Germany, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. That's all from here. I'll see you in the next video next Friday. Until then, please be safe, please ride safe, always wear a helmet and a riding gear when you sit on that motorcycle. Ciao.